hospital hangover is real.
Watch out when you're drying your hair, it can be dangerous. Another day.
Another day in the books. Good morning.
Good afternoon.
And good evening. We'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Just kidding.
It's Tuesday, which means it's needle change day. Aren't we so excited, class?
Class?
I feel like
It's education with Mary and Menke. Mary and Menke. So Mary's de-accessing because we need to change her needle. She's been doing all the doses of drugs today.
I ain't got no needle in my chest,
You ain't got no needle in your chest.
Yeah, so I have now done, I don't know where my tissue box went.
I will find it for you. You've done 2 doses of vancomycin.
Yep, last night and today, and by my pink cheeks you can tell how it went. But it actually went fine-ish. I did pre-treat with Benadryl both doses, and some itchy, which is the red man syndrome. It's very common with vancomycin, but it wasn't like terrible.
Yeah.
I've had it before where it was like insatiable itching. It was not like that, but even with Benadryl I was still a little itchy, but I think I'll continue Benadryl for another day or two, and then try to kind of try a dose without it and hope it doesn't get bad. But so I'm officially done the minocycline as of this morning, and it's not bleeding, so I think it's fine.
Good.
Yeah.
Just been kind of resting today, and I mean, adding another IV in the mix is a lot more time that she's hooked up, and
Right.
But we're keeping on going. It's a sunny day. Look at the sun coming in behind you.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. And it's so like exciting. It's only 4:09. Means 3 more hours until the sun sets.
Yeah, it's
like,
super nice having that extra
so nice.
daylight.
It's crazy. Like at some points it sets at 4:30.
Yeah, like in the winter.
Yeah.
So spring is coming. We're pressing on.
I'm also need to change my Dexcom. I think it's gonna expire in like 30 minutes or an hour.
Well, for now, you enjoy having no needle in your chest. What do you want to do while you have no needle?
I'm gonna go take a shower. I'm gonna try.
Alright, sounds good.
I don't really feel like it, but when you don't got no needle in your chest, you take a shower.
Guys, I think it might actually be time to put the snow shovel away, because when you guys are watching this, I think it's March 20th, which means first day of spring. There still is a pile of snow from plowing our driveway, but that is all that remains. Mary was just watching Instagram videos, or not Instagram videos, but just videos on her phone from last summer on the boat, Ollie swimming, and we were kind of dreaming of warm weather. But it's been, I think we've said this before on vlogs, that the hospital hangover is real. I don't know, I feel like it's partially just the emotional roller coaster of a day going to CF clinic and awaiting what are we gonna do about Mary's treatment plan and all of that, and then it just is a long day in general. But I think it's mainly kind of that emotional roller coaster you go on when we go. And so today has been, and it takes up a whole day, so I feel like there's a lot of life to catch up on, like yesterday. And Mondays are often our catch-up day. Today is Tuesday, but yesterday was Monday. And it's often like my catch-up day from the busyness of pastoring through the weekend, and then Monday we kind of take a deep breath, but we were at CF clinic yesterday. So today's been a little bit of, I don't know that we were able to catch our breath, but I've been just working on stuff around the house, working on store stuff, church stuff, all the things, and adding another IV into the mix. I feel like it's just more that we've got our mind on, which reminds me, we're still waiting for her shipment of IVs to arrive. So she actually missed a dose this afternoon. I don't know where the miscommunication, or we called the pharmacy in there. They said they were still waiting for a driver to come deliver it. Anyways, it's fine. Mary's de-accessed right now, enjoying. She took a shower. That was pretty rough. When Mary's, I don't know if we ever talk about this because we usually don't take the camera into the shower, but when Mary's lungs are at a more infected spot, a spot where she's on IVs and that sort of thing, showers are usually end in vomit, just because the steam will start making her cough. And anyways, so I think that she didn't vomit, but there was a lot of coughing. And I don't know where I was going with this story, besides the fact that, oh, she's been enjoying not having the needle in her chest, even though she's just kind of chilling out in bed for right now. I am getting ready to go pick up some food for dinner. I made this taco bowl for us for lunch. It was so good. And now we were in the mood for some soup, so I'm gonna get some miso soup and a couple sushi rolls for dinner, and we'll go from there. So we'll see you guys in a bit. Hey, could I place an order for pickup?
Yes, can I please have a name?
Yep, it's Peter.
What would you like?
Can I get 2 of the small miso soups, not the mushroom one?
2 miso soups?
Yep. And can I get a spicy king crab roll and a spicy salmon roll? And can you make the salmon whole, not smashed?
You want the spicy salmon rolls?
Yes.
Chunky?
Yes.
Okay, so 2 miso soups, and order a spicy salmon roll that's chunky.
And a spicy king crab roll.
And a spicy king crab roll.
And that's all.
So 2 miso soups, 1 spicy salmon roll, and 1 spicy king crab roll?
Correct.
Do you want the miso soup with mushroom or tofu?
Tofu.
Tofu. So 2 miso soups with tofu, 1 spicy king crab roll, and 1 spicy salmon roll?
Correct.
And the spicy salmon roll is chunky?
Correct. Have a nice day, thank you. I got the goods. And this is the second time this week that I've gone out and forgotten my wallet. Had to go to an ATM. I'm thankful for phones that access ATMs these days. Okay, we made it home.
Oh.
Mary called me while I was
Let me go like this.
Just, yeah.
This is what I do when I'm eating yummy food.
Mary called me when I was out, and she was just letting me know that she's hungry. So that made me happy, and I rushed home, and now we're eating, watching a little show, and
Local Boston food show.
Yeah.
Chronicle. Now it is port access time. There's my port. There's my access buddy.
Access buddy. Yeah.
Alright, we got my needle in. I'm hooked up to my fluids right now, so that they'll be done by the time I need to hook up to antibiotics in about an hour. Although it takes longer than that, whatever. And I'm gonna go ahead and try my hair. I don't really feel like it. I'm not exactly sure if these pink cheeks are Red Man's, or I've had a little bit of a low-grade fever, so I'm not sure what that's from, but I'm just working through it. The sushi helped. One of the things I've had to learn about my new port, new as in, I had my first port for 11 years or something, whatever it was. My new port is in kind of a different spot. My old port was like in the middle. Actually, that spot right there is where the needle went in. With my new port, which I guess is like 2 years old. It's kind of situated near my muscle, so when I move my arm, it can dislodge the needle. It is absurd. Absolutely absurd. But it is what it is. Can't redo it. So, if you guys remember, for the last year or two, there's been a lot of times where it's like, we'll access it and the next day we'll have to re-access it because the needle got dislodged or infiltrated or whatever. I've learned a couple of things. One, don't move your arm. If I'm gonna reach across from here over there, I will not use my left arm because that was what happened one time. I reached down off the bed to get something and the needle, I heard this weird sound and sure enough the needle like dislodged. So I've learned how to try to prevent it from getting wiggled out of place. Secondly, we've learned if we put like a lot of gauze right here, it kind of holds the needle into place a little bit more. So that's helped a little bit as well. But it seems to be working. This course of IVs and last, I don't think my needle's gotten out of place, so it's working. But as I'm drying my hair, I'm like, I think the dressing is kind of pulling on my skin right here when I move my arm up. But I'm also like, I do not want my needle to get out of place. So watch out when you're drying your hair, it can be dangerous.
Mary's hooked up to her second IV of the evening. We'll have one more after that.
Well, third, I guess, because of the,
Oh yeah, the fluids. Strontium, Zosyn, then vancomycin, then we go to sleep. But
another day.
Another day in the books. We did it.
Another day.
You did it.
No, truly, we did it.
Together, we make a team.
I don't know. What was I just thinking? Oh, I was thinking of when I was in high school going to the community college.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll have to tell that story another time, but basically I was like doing IVs. I'm like, how did I function? I read a comment, I think from an older person. She was like, Mary, you cannot compare how your body handled something when you were younger and when you're older. Bodies do different things when they're older. I was like, yes.
Yes, and
So.
I mean, every time you bring that up, I have to remind you that you had, so much more lung function back then.
Yes, true.
So, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in today and for cheering us on. And we
As always.
want to be here to cheer you on, as always.
We will see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night. And I think Ollie fell asleep on the couch, so we'll go down and say good night to the pup.